If you want to learn how to play Reti Opening with white, you have come to the right place. In this video, I'm gonna share with you a game that I played against an Olympic medal winner and one of the strongest players on chess.com server, Minh Le from Vietnam. That is Minh. I have a lot of respect for him, a very nice guy. And his Olympiad result was truly amazing here. Got third place, as we can see on the board 3 after Arun Erigais's historic performance, and Yu Yanggi also on board 3 had a very good showing. 29.68 for Arun, Yu Yanggi 28.02, and Minh Le's performance, which is basically average rating of your opponent in correlation with your score, 27.95. That is crazy, almost 2800 performance. And if we go to individual results here, we will see that he did this without a loss. He played all 11 games, all right, all 11 games, and gained 33 points. So he is right around 2600, but he's even better player in faster time controls. I would say again, one of the best on the platform probably, and I got to play him in Title Tuesday 2 days ago, and I'll show you a game here in a minute. But before I get to that, I want to share with you the context of this video. A few weeks ago, I shared with you a video which I'll be linking in the description, or if I can do somewhere like around here, a game that was played by Canadian Grandmaster, one and only Razwan Priotu. He showed this new, a very entertaining knight maneuver that I got to use in this game. That was the context. Now let's get to the game. I hope you enjoy. If you do, please consider subscribing and let me know what do you think. Let's get to it. First, I will show you the game because I was recording while playing, and then I'll stop to explain what were some of the critical moments. Oh, Min, I'm playing Mr. Wonderful Time. Minh Le, Mr. Silver, Olympiad Silver. He just got the silver medal. Was it silver or bronze medal on his board at the Olympiad? So a very impressive young man. Okay, c5. I was thinking of the similar thing. What if he does something like that? I think we should. Very impressive young man. Ho ho ho. takes. Yeah, it's not gonna take. Okay, we're pinning this, but mainly we're hitting the A7 pawn. If we go through K8, I think I'll play knight B3. Take on E7 and maybe knight A5. Can take this guy now. Goes back, then take there. Also. Takes. C4, Queen B7. So if it takes here, I think we take here and take on B7. And I'm gonna try to run this A pawn. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Hold on, baby. All right, let's see what happened. So game starts as the Reti Opening, and black played knight d7 with the idea of pushing e5 and taking control of the center. So white has to balance it with d4, and black played knight b6. Game that I mentioned of Grandmaster Razvan Priodo was played exactly this way, and b3 delaying bishop g2 at the moment is the way to go, and we will see why that is the case here. Bishop f5, knight bd2, now wanting to control the c4 square, but mainly e4 square, so the bishop doesn't come to e4. All right, so black plays natural move e6, and now white jumps the knight on h4, attacking this bishop. Bishop goes to g4, h3, bishop retreats back to h5, and this is the reason why we did not play bishop g2, which in most Reti positions is almost a pre-move, instant move that usually white plays. But here we are delaying it because we want to keep that g2 square for the knight. So then this knight can come to f4 and win the bishop. That is exactly what happened in this game. Bishop retreats back, bishop g2, and that game that we saw and I commented on, basically the Razvan's game, continued as c6. In this game, Min decides to challenge my center immediately with c5, which is also one of the computer suggestions. So I assume that he was familiar with the idea here. Bishop b2 to protect the pawn, takes, rook c8. Now my pawn on c2 was under attack, so I had to force trading knight for the bishop, and he played bishop c5. In general, when one side has a bishop pair, the opposite side wants to trade one of the bishops, and in that regard, it would be better for me to retreat back on b2. I'm not sure actually why I didn't retreat the bishop. I decided to take on c5 and then go c4 to simplify the mirrors here. After takes, now my c4 pawn is a little weak, but he played queen e7 to defend the b7 pawn. Now, my hope here is that the weakness of c4 pawn is compensated with the weakness of the b7 pawn, which turned out to be the case, as we'll see here. Queen b3, and after short castle, I played queen a3 to make few threats here. Rook to d8, and this was one of the critical moments in the game where I actually blundered here. Queen a7 is a blunder because I am attacking the knight, but black can play knight c8 to attack my queen, and now I won't be able to defend the knight on d2, so I would have lost the piece here. But luckily for me, he didn't play knight c8 here. Now instead of queen takes a7, knight b3 would give white slight advantage here. Takes on e7, then knight a5. Now the pawn on b7 is still weak, and probably with the balanced play, but I like white's chances here with the bishop still. So the game continued with queen a7, takes rook d2, queen takes b6, and bunch of trades happened here. And after rook a4, basically bishop retreats back to f3 to defend the e2 pawn, and we have equality. This must have finished in a draw objectively if he had played this normally, I would say. But Mina, considering that he was more than 200 rating points, actually almost 300 rating points favorite in this game, he decided to play this for the win, take some risks, and after shuffling a bunch, basically his king, I think the critical moment was somewhere around here when king left his own pawns, and that gave me here an opportunity to cut the king and then try to push that pawn forward and basically create a passer of my own. Now king d4 was the decisive mistake, looks like, but we're both under seconds here, so precision is hard to ask for. Rook h2 would probably still be a draw, and then I managed to maintain this pawns and push them forward, and that was that pretty much. I was very happy with the win, as you saw. I wouldn't say that I got a crushing advantage out of the opening. So if we are thinking that this is basically white starts and wins type of opening, that is not the case. It is a positional weapon slash dynamic, I would say. It can get dynamic, transposed to a lot of dynamic positions. But yeah, in general, we get positional pressure on the black's position and try to squeeze them like a boa constrictor. All right, I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Enjoy playing knight f3 first time.